should the loser of Michigan-Ohio State be automatically eliminated from the playoff hunt?
No, when the media does that, don't have an agenda going into a game. Just let the game play out. It's unfair to the kids, the coaches. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be.
Now we're worried.
Oh,
The kids and the coaches. Oh, my God.
No, I'm just talking about. Listen, I won the previous debate. Let's move on. In this instance, these are really good football teams. Let's let it play out. Let's not write the story. You're a journalist.
Yeah.
As you became a veteran journalist, when you were young, you probably had the story written as you pulled in your little Pinto into the big game. As you got older and were an award-winning journalist, you didn't write the story before you got to the arena. Don't write the story before the game happened.
Well, I never wrote the story before the event, but look, should they be automatically eliminated? They probably won't be, because we've ruined college football. It used to have this unique regular season where losses like this really mattered in the national championship race, and now it doesn't, because to me, if Michigan loses, they'll still probably get into the playoffs. But
you're writing the story. What if they get beat 27-7, can't move the football after losing to Iowa? They're out.
They still might.
The committee throws way too much rhetoric around in terms of, well, we're going to take under consideration which players were hurt at which times in the season and did they lose or not. They did it with Oregon and Jake Fisher a couple of years ago. They're great offensive linemen. I'm sure they're going to do it with Wilton Speight and give some teams a pass and other teams won't get a pass for the same type of deal. And then, I mean, Colin, in you and Jason's world, I don't think Michigan or Ohio State has enough losses to really be considered for the college football playoff. The problem for the loser of this game is that not only will they have not won their division, but they're going to have to, like, for instance, if Ohio State wins, the problem for Michigan is that Ohio State likely, because Penn State's favored over Michigan State, wouldn't even go and compete for the Big Ten championship. So at that point, the Big Ten champion would have to be considered equal or better than Ohio State, and Ohio State would have a win over Michigan. So I'll just go this way. If Michigan loses, they're eliminated. If Ohio State loses, maybe not, because then Michigan could go to the Big Ten championship game and they could win, and so on and so forth. You could find Ohio State backdooring into the playoff, depending on the chaos that happens, in the Pac-12.
You have a two-loss team, no problem getting in.
He draws the line at 3, Colin. That's unacceptable. You cannot have a 3.
But the problem
there needs to be some line. There has to be some line.
There does have to be some line. And like I said, there would have to be chaos. Washington would have to lose a second game. Clemson would likely have to lose a second game. So if that were to happen, there would have to be some chaos for Ohio State to wiggle back in. I do believe, though, for Michigan on the road in the shoe, this is win or else it's over. Oh.